Hey, what's going on, guys and gals? It's me, JT, and I am back today with another video, and I sort of wanted to just dim the mood here and just go off by saying that this video isn't going to have much editing. It isn't going to have much of a music in the background like I normally do. It's not going to have any ad revenue running on it either, because I sort of wanted to talk about something very, very important for this channel, because a lot of questions have been going around, and one big thing that I've been noticing is that I've been losing a lot of subscribers, and I think I know exactly why. As you guys and gals know, in the past, I have been uploading a lot of Yandere Dev and Yandere Simulator related content, and I was well known in the community for uploading a lot of videos on the drama and uploading a lot of videos about this situation involving Yandere Simulator and Yandere Dev, specifically starting off with the Game Sleuth situation. If you guys and gals are a big fan of my channel, or if you guys and gals stuck around to see everything going on, my very first video was the Stop Supporting Yandere Dev video. This video was one of the first videos that I had ever made in my career that blew up the way it did. I think it has about 86k views as we speak. It might have more. I'm very unsure at the moment, but it got a lot of views, and that was my first time dealing with massive amounts of growth like that. Not only did the growth from the video had views, it not was only just likes, it was comments, it was subscriptions. I was able to base my content off of that for the very first time. I was able to create videos and get monetized and make money and actually move forward. It felt like I was moving forward at that time, but I had wished that I could have gone back and had realized that it was a step back from what I truly wanted to do as a content creator. As a content creator, I've always pushed to create videos that I've enjoyed. I've always pushed to create videos in where you could react to and interact with as the community and share your thoughts and discussions on these types of things. And while I did do that with the Yandere Dev situation, it was a little too much, and I obviously did go out and I made way too many videos for my own good and put myself into a very terrible mindset as a creator. I no longer focused on creating videos for myself. I started following the trends instead of being the one that set the trends myself. This caused me to jump into a very dark loop. It started to make me focus more on the videos for the money, more for the videos on the views, more for the videos on the user interaction, and less on what I was enjoying. And I noticed this, but I put it aside because the growth at the time was something big. And I just wanted to go out by saying everything in those videos that I talked about, whether it was the Game Sleuth situation, whether it was just all the way up to talking about Yandere Dev, speaking with the guy in emails to answer the questions, all of the things that I put in those videos were 100% me. My opinions, my thoughts, how we should see both sides. And I still believe that we should do that nowadays was all true. It was all things that I believed in. But at the same time, we have to admit it, I milked a lot of that stuff. I monetized it, I gained views off of it, and that content, it possessed me. It took over me, I changed. All of my friends started talking about it, at first, when that first video blew up, they were like, yeah, make a sequel, make a third video, and then, cut it off. But at the end of the day, I did more than just make 3 videos. I made about 10, maybe 11. I've lost count at this point. And that worried me, towards the end there. And you guys and gals obviously saw it because a lot of you are unsubscribing from the channel, which is understandable. A lot of you came from Yandere Simulator content, Yandere Dev drama content. I understand if you want to leave. My motto has always been the real ones will always stick around. And I sort of just wanted to throw this out here for all of the real ones that plan to stay here for a long time, because some of you are wondering why the true disconnect happened, and that's why right there. There were a lot of situations that personally frightened me. For example, the first video, of course, I uploaded called the Stop Supporting Yandere Dev video. The first one to blow up dealt with the Game Sleuth situation. The Game Sleuth was a guy who had been uploading and critiquing many different things about Yandere Dev. He went after Yandere Dev a lot, with more snarky insults, going into the game itself, talking about how many polygons a certain object took up when it was obviously too much for that object, and just doing a lot of things. And when the news broke about the Game Sleuth, the main news surrounding him was about how Yandere Dev went out and purposely copyright striked his videos and destroyed his channel. Me being a creator and understanding how much content means to me, I went out and I was angry. That's what prompted me to make that video out of nowhere. Look at all the videos before that. I went crazy with different kinds of videos, but you could start to see the dramatic change in my content as soon as that video had shifted. And I was genuine in that video. I was upset. But the biggest problem is that I didn't look into the situation myself. I didn't see the biggest loophole that everybody else was detecting, and we didn't see this come out until about 2 months later, when it was exposed that the Game Sleuth lied about the situation with Yandere Dev. Apparently, it wasn't Yandere Dev that went out and directly shut down the Game Sleuth's channel. It was actually an automatic copyright strike from the dev himself, and it was the system that did that. And it was the Game Sleuth taking literal raw clips of footage from Yandere Dev and re-uploading them and titling them as his own, which is not something that fair use protects. That is not the Game Sleuth's content. It never was. And there was all the right reasons for the automated system to pick that up and copyright strike the Game Sleuth. The Yandere Dev, he was in the right place at the right time. He had the right decision going on. He allowed this to occur. Yandere Dev wasn't wrong in that situation, but I had already made a video that had talked about this situation, garnered so many views, and made a strong push towards hating Yandere Dev, even though I had pushed to stop that. And that's another thing I wanted to drop in too. A lot of the things that I said in my videos were to see both sides of the situation, and a lot of people pointed that out and they applauded me for trying to be so positive in this negative atmosphere. But the problem with that is it's like a game of telephone. You start off with my video, which says you should see both sides. Maybe it reaches about 2, 3, 4, maybe in this case about 50 people per se. And then that message gets passed along. And as that message moves on and on and on and on, it gets changed into something destructive, something more different than you've ever seen before. I started to notice that a lot with my viewers. They kept coming back and they were like, "Oh my God, you said this about him." I was like, "I never said that about the guy. I genuinely respect him and I believe that he can make a good game. He just needs to put more effort into it." But at the end of the day, there was not much to do about that. There was nothing I could do. The message had already been distorted and changed, and all that hate was getting thrown to Yandere Dev, which is something that I never wanted to do. I've always pushed myself to be a creator that doesn't use drama to jump up as a platform. Because the problem with making drama related content is that that is a freaking ladder that is rusted, and once that ladder breaks, you fall down. And I'm already starting to see the effects of that. A lot of you are sticking around. While I appreciate that, I'm always going to create content, I'm always going to make videos, but people are unsubscribing because I'm no longer wanting to talk about this situation. Rightfully so. You all came for the Yandere Dev. You're not getting him, you leave. But I sort of just wanted to set an example out there for everyone else there too, because I don't want people to find themselves trapped in the same thing that I was. I abandoned what I wanted to do as a content creator to follow a trend instead of trying to set a positive trend. And that ended up with me going backwards. There is a possibility of going backwards as a content creator. We're all set up to do specific things that we want to do. I believe that content creation should be a career that you want to push yourself to do, that you want to open up and be open-minded. If you started off with Yandere Sim, this wouldn't be a problem, but I didn't do that. I started off making YouTube gaming videos and talking about gaming news. It's something that I always wanted to do, and I found a platform where I can do that and share it with everybody. And I changed in an immediate thought to the whole community, to the whole bandwagon, and I jumped on just like everybody else. So I'm not going to say that I didn't, because I definitely did, and that's why I feel so guilty. That's why I feel so bad about the situation. I'm starting to see the after effects of what drama can do to a YouTube channel, and I just sort of wanted to let you guys and gals know that drama is a very deep thing. And if you're not prepared to look into every piece of information available online, you might not want to hop into it, because it is not a strong avenue to jump down on your YouTube channel. You will get hate, you will lose subscribers if things go wrong, and you will lose subscribers if you decide to make content that you want to start doing. If you make a switch like I did. The only difference is there's a lot of people that stick behind me, and again, I appreciate all of you guys and gals for doing that. So I sort of wanted to end this video off. I know it was long, but I wanted to say this about the channel. I'm going to keep doing what I want to do. I'm going to keep making a lot of gaming videos. I'm going to scurry away from the Yandere situation, because that is a situation I don't feel comfortable with touching anymore. I'm sorry to a lot of the guys and gals out there that want to see more of that. Feel free to check out a different channel. That's what YouTube is for. There are a bunch of different YouTubers towards your needs, and there's probably someone who's covered him since day one would probably do a good job of doing it as well. But me, I'm going to stick to gaming. I'm going to stick to streaming on Twitch. That's where my new streaming service has been. Everything's been going great there. And I'm going to be improving the content that I enjoy on this YouTube channel. because that's what I've always been doing. You know, I've been a community guy. I want to link us together, build a community that I know will be strong. And I feel like moving through that route of making Yandere dev videos, making Yandere simulator videos, it's not going to build a strong community. It's going to build what's been known as a toxic community. It's what many different communities are built out of. And I fear that. So I want our community to be strong. I want us to excel into the future and do better. But that's really all for this video. I apologize. I know it was news that a lot of you didn't hear, but I hope to give you all a little bit of a glimpse into the backyard of what a content creator is. You know, a lot of you don't see what goes on behind the scenes here. You know, you don't see inside of my brain, and I sort of wanted to make a video to discuss that because it's important to know what goes through a creator's mind, especially if you are a creator, so that you don't make the same mistakes that other content creators make in their own path. But thank you guys and gals for watching this video. You know what to do if you liked it. Let me know what you think down below. Again, I know this is a lot of a change. It was very sporadic. It was very fast for me to move this way. I only make important changes if I feel like something deep is happening, and this was one of those changes. But thank you guys and gals for watching, and peace out.